Hi y'all, I am in my jammies because it's hot. I'm sitting in my sunroom and I'm trying to have a good day. If you remember my church, I'm a member of, oh boo, I just got a message from my brother. If you remember from my church, you know the temples have been closed. Well, I was just able to get an appointment for the temple to take my boys, and it'll be Ammon's first time, and it'll be my nephew, Ben, who has Down syndrome, his first time. So I'll be going with my sister-in-law and brother and the rest of my family, so that's cool. Hold on, let me let the dog in. So I wanted to show you what I'm having to do. When we talk about kids with autism, kids with IEPs, which is an individual education something, program, I think. But what that is the IEPs is telling the school what the kid needs. Ooh, the lighting. It's a little better, right? Okay, so the deal is that when your kid has a special needs, whether it's speech, learning, you know, autism-y, anything that the specialist needs to see them for, like dyslexia and all those things, you have to fill out these surveys all the time. In our county, they do it once a year. So they reevaluate the kids to make sure the diagnosis still fit. And that really pisses me off because why would it change? But you have, for these reevaluations, the parents and the teachers have to do all these surveys. Let me show you this flippin' survey. I mean, look at this. I have to answer all that. Then I have to, and this is a scale for, let's see, it doesn't say, behaviors. Like pays attention, makes positive comments, is easily upset, worries, gets in trouble, complains of being sick and not worry when nothing is wrong, is easy to please, likes to talk about his or her day, is organized, acts without thinking, has strange ideas, is a picky eater, says please and thank you, cannot wait to take turns, plans well. I mean, these are the questions I'm answering. And then you go on and some of them are like, says nobody likes me, lies to get out of trouble, has trouble concentrating, adjusts well to changes in routine and throws up after eating. I mean, these questions, adjusts well to changing plans, sneaks around, is, where was I? Says, I'm afraid I will make a mistake, has panic attacks, acts in a safe manner. I mean, these are all things that you have to think about on a daily basis with these kids. And they're asking you to answer them with, do these things never happen? Do they sometimes happen? Do they often happen? Or do they almost always happen? Because they're trying to rate my child from my answers on how autistic he actually is, or how much of a social issue does my son have. I do this for all of my children every year. And then I have to do an ABAS-3, another one, Adaptive Behavior Assessment System. Another, let's see, how many pages is in here? Oh my gosh, 14 pages of the same crap, which I understand while I have to do this. Okay, side note, as I'm editing this, I realize how gripey and horrible I sound. It's just a frustration that I have that goes along with sick kids or sick parents. It's like I have so little time anyway, and you want me to go back and sit in this room for 2 hours, or I have so little time already and you want me to take that little bit of time and sit down and fill out your survey when I can just tell you that the child has a diagnosis and here's what he needs. It just gets very frustrating. And all of these things are tools, and they're very important tools, and I absolutely understand why I'm having to do them. I just get highly frustrated that the precious little time I have is spent on paperwork or sitting in waiting rooms and dealing with doctors and waiting around. It's just very frustrating. But my question is, why am I doing this every year? Why am I continuing? I mean, when I say my life is paperwork, it is. When every single one of your children has special needs and you have special needs and your husband works in medicine, all you do is sit in doctor's offices or school offices or therapist offices, or it's a lifetime of waiting rooms and paperwork. I hate it. You know, I spent my life doing paperwork because I got sick at 12. And it's like, I've just constantly seen doctors since I was 12 years old. And all I do is sit in waiting rooms. That's it. I mean, people wonder why I can't get things done. This is why. Because it's all paperwork and doctor's offices. Appointments. I can't wait to get out of this town and start homeschooling again and just live a life that is not paperwork and waiting rooms. I'm over it. I lost my pen. I lose a pen every 5 minutes.